So I want to tell y'all a revelation that the Lord gave me today. Really. I want to tell y'all a revelation that the Lord gave me today. I was washing dishes and I looked outside my window. Backstory, a couple years ago, maybe 2021, there was this kitten that came to my door. And long story short, we ended up taking it in, took care of it. And then after a while, this kitten went outdoors, got pregnant, had kittens, and my mom no longer wanted it in the house. She wanted it outside. So we put it outside, and she kind of just became an outside cat. We would feed her, take care of her, and after a while, we just stopped feeding her. She would come back for food, and then she would realize we're not giving her nothing, and then she would go to other houses. And she goes next door now to the next door neighbor, and she has a whole bunch of kittens with her, a whole bunch of kittens. Mind you, she got pregnant about 4 times. So she has a whole bunch of kittens, and they're all in this yard. And the next door neighbors take care of all the kittens. They have little plates next to them to where they, give them the cat food, and they just look happy. They're fed, they're happy, they have food, you know what I'm saying? And I was looking out the window, and I was just like, there was a time in my life where I needed that cat, right? The Lord brought that cat when I was going through my spiritual awakening. The Lord brought me that cat when I was going through it mentally. He brought me that cat when I was going through a big transition in my life, and I needed some type of support. And all I had was that cat. And when the Lord told me to release this cat, right, through my mother, I finally released this cat. And look at this cat's life now, right? Next door, being fed well. We weren't really feeding her like that. We would just put the food out. That's it. Pet her here and there. Put her downstairs in the basement. That's where she, kind of lived. But they take good care of these cats. And the revelation he gave me was that there's going to be seasons where the Lord's going to give you something. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's children, right? Whether it's friends, opportunities. And when it is time to release these things, when it is time to departure, when it's time to let these things go, when your kids turn 18 and it's time to, let them leave the nest, you have to allow them to do that, because on the other side of that is a beautiful situation, right? These cats are living well over there. Okay? In your situation, the cats are not cats. The cats are whatever your situation is. On the other side of you letting some things go, you're allowing not only yourself to have a beautiful situation, a beautiful ending, but you're allowing that other person in that relationship, or your children, or that opportunity, you're allowing it to be placed in better hands, right? You're allowing that opportunity, that job opportunity to be placed in somebody else's hands that needed it. You might not need it anymore, and that's probably why the Lord is allowing you to be let go from that job. But somebody else needs it, and they're stepping into that, and this is their blessing. And by you not letting go of that job, I don't know who I'm talking to, by you not letting go of that job, you're stopping that person's blessing. You're kind of delaying that person's blessing. From you not letting go of that relationship, you're delaying that person from finding the love of their life. You're delaying yourself from finding the love of your life. From you not allowing your children to grow up and to leave the nest and to live their life, you're not allowing them to live. You're not allowing them to receive the blessings that the Lord has for them. And that's the revelation he gave me. You have to allow for natural departures. I know it sucks. It's sad. But you have to allow it, because on the other end of that is beauty. On the other end of that is opportunity. On the other end of that is the Lord's blessing. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but it's time to let go. It's time to allow the Lord to release some things. Because again, he turns everything around for good, and you're going to see it's going to turn out better than you ever expected. But you have to let some things go. So I don't know who needed that little revelation. I know this is kind of long, but whoever it speaks to, I know it's meant to speak to them. Hope you take that back to the Lord. Hope this sits in your spirit. Hope you pray about this message, and have a good day.